right, so this is Horror Frights again with Nightmare Village. So if you guys can just introduce yourselves a little bit, just a small little summary.
All right. Yep. Bob. Bob Schonger. My background is back probably when I was 13 with the Boca JC's Haunted House, and I took a little hiatus. Went into Enigma Haunt 1 year, and it's been a ride since.
Awesome.
Right.
Rudy Alvarado. I've been in the haunt scene per se. A couple of years already, probably going on 10 years. Originally started with just, visiting a lot of haunted houses, really being interested in it. Always, asking, actors what was going on. Eventually, I got the chance to act at Enigma. And then from there, also helped build, which is where, met Bob and Freddie and C and Frank. And now, working on a haunt of our own. So that's my story.
Amazing.
Awesome.
I'm Freddie Hernandez. I'm one of the set designers, set builders, haunt designers here. we're all take part of it. I've been doing building sets and designing haunts for 14 years. First, I did it with Festival of Souls when I first started out. Then I moved over, met Billy Groneville, started doing haunts for Billy for 8 years over at Enigma Haunt, and then now we have the privilege of putting our own thing together. We have two members that aren't on camera right now and aren't with us currently right now. One is Frank Gross, and the other one is Cleverson Gross.
Not related.
Not brothers. Not brothers. Not brothers.
Just same last name.
And they are the other part of Six Sight Productions.
Six Sight.
And they also help with the building, the designing. We pretty much all take part of it. Take part in putting this thing together.
Awesome. Yeah. I can't hear Brian. Were you speaking? I can't hear
No,
you.
we spoke at the same time. We said the same. That's it, Jing.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say thank you for the introductions, and again, thank you guys for joining. And I'm really curious to know, what's the origin story? How did you guys come together to build Six Sight or Nightmare Village?
We all met over at Enigma. We were all actors over at Enigma. When I first started there, Cleverson had already been working there. He's one of the original members of Enigma Haunt. And then about a year after I started there, Bob came in, and I was like, go do your thing. And he just went hog wild, building stuff and designing different rooms and stuff like that. And then Rudy came in a few years later, and so did Frank. And it was like he'd come in and help build, and we just developed this friendship, and we all had this haunting thing in common. And then, sadly enough, when Enigma Haunt had to close their doors, the year after COVID hit, we had the privilege of the year of COVID for Xtreme to reach out to us and change their escape rooms into a haunted house. So we did that on a nightly basis for the whole month.
Yeah.
Wow.
And after that, we just, I continued that relationship with Xtreme Action Park and got these guys together. I'm like, let's do this. Let's put together this production company. And it's blossomed into this right now, and we hope to have many years after this.
So do we.
We want to say thank you too for helping us promote and coming out and visiting us and all that stuff. So thank you very much.
It means a lot to us.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it. We've heard of Enigma Haunt for a few years. My first year we went in 2018, and that was our first year. And since then we would go every year until they closed down. But it definitely, it's one of those haunts that will always be remembered to us. Like we loved it, and that really for us, it really puts us in the high, like our top haunts because of the different interactions and the uniqueness of it. And when we came last year to Nightmare Village for our first time, we saw like a glimpse of or so like a reflection of that same feeling, right? It was I felt that was extremely unique. It was scares are, way more than just come at you and that's it. It's a lot more than just pop-up scares. So
Right.
we appreciate, the hard work that you guys put into it. Which leads us to our next question. In terms of construction, I know you guys mentioned all of that. What challenges do you guys have when it comes to the construction aspect of creating, the houses itself?
Oh, wow. I probably would say the biggest challenge is each other right here. Trying to get all these ideas together.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you have five personalities and five different ideas, and to get everything to gel and work together, there's a lot of compromise. We compromise. We vote pretty much on everything. We voted on the production company's name. We voted on the logo. We take votes. I mean, everything is very even across the board. I mean, our decisions are everybody has input, and then we either vote on it or decide what the best thing is. Obviously, when we go into a space, it's the size of the space is one of the challenges.
Yeah.
And being here, we have some restrictions of what we can do and what we can't do. So yeah, those are some of the challenges when it comes to building stuff.
When you say restrictions, are you referring to like legal restrictions or like or just like there isn't, because you have to hand make this, right? So is that the restriction where it's too hard of a build, or could you elaborate just a little bit on those?
I don't want to say it's a hard build. I want to say that it's like, okay, depending on the floor that we're on, we're on a basketball court right now.
Yeah.
So when we first moved in, we weren't sure if we could shoot our walls into the ground for stability. So that was one of the things. Could we paint the floor? That's one thing, because obviously we want to try to immerse our visitors, our clientele, into the experience. So
Right.
Sometimes it's a little hard to immerse somebody when you have a foul line across the floor
the whole time,
or a free throw line, and a 3-point line and stuff like that. So our first year, I asked permission. They said, yeah. And we destroyed their floor.
Yeah, we went wild on it. Yeah. Once they gave the thumbs up, we were like, all right.
I'm like, okay, I got the text message here. It says I could do whatever I want to the floor. So we just went hog wild and started painting everything. And I think afterwards they were kind of regretted the fact.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then there's also those other ones too. Like we love using fog, so we had to kind of make some accommodations, to be able to use the fog. I mean, obviously, fog is very important in our industry. So even that took a couple of days to work through.
Setting off fire
alarms. Making sure that the customers don't start freaking out and start running out of the haunt.
Yeah, I think the first time that the fire alarms went off, we do safety training. It was really important.
Yeah.
The actors right away went into like evacuation mode, and they just started pulling people out of the rooms. I mean, it was perfect. It went the way it should have. Exactly. But it was a false alarm because of the fog.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys have construction experience? Are you in that industry, or did you guys DIY, just learn on the job?
None of us have any kind of. No, I mean, I've learned, having worked with Billy over at Enigma. He would say, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. The walls can only be so high." It's the different codes that we need to worry about. Since they're all temporary right now, we have temporary structures. They don't fall under the same codes as a permanent structure. So we have a little bit more flexibility. We make sure that all our tops, everything up top has to be porous. So sprinkler systems have to be the water has to be able to get through. Exits, ADA, make sure that your hallways are all, compliant for wheelchairs. Yeah, just different things that you learn. You learn as you go through, and we go to these conventions all the time, and we sit through classes over classes all the time, learning about, and not just how we can uh, scare people, but how we're building stuff to be safe and to be compliant, all across the board. Because anything that happens in our industry in one house reflects upon every haunted house in the country. So we take safety and building and all that stuff. We take it really, really seriously.
Yeah, that's very important. Awesome. One thing I'm always like really curious about, and I saw on your website like there's some like story behind your houses, and last year it was very there was like priest involved. How much does religion play, or yeah, how much does religion play in like your houses?
I don't know. Okay. Well, this year, last year, we thought there was a religious theme. Well, we've cranked that up a bit.
Yeah.
Because that house we turned into a full monastery.
I love it. I really do love it.
Okay. And the basic theme is that a priest was in the Middle East. He found a book. They brought it back to translate it, and it released the 7 deadly sins into the monastery.
Right.
So last year, not ruining anything, we had a church. We increased the size of the church, and we've done other things to change the haunt.
Yeah, the whole goal. I mean, listen, a lot of haunted houses, if you don't change the experience for your customers,
Yeah.
they're not going to keep coming back.
Correct.
They're going to be, it's the same thing over and over again. So we try to change the experience. But obviously it's a business, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about, at the end of it's not just about scaring people. It's about making money.
Yeah.
Let's be honest,
Yeah.
but that being said, our haunted house, although we have kind of things outside of it, it's not our main thing. Our main thing is the haunted house. That's our main thing. We're not worried about the carnival. We're not worried about the alcohol. We're not worried about the party scene. We're not worried about that. If you come over here, you're gonna be scared. This is what we work towards. We don't need food trucks. We don't need all that other junk. We're lucky to be in this building, but we're like really dedicated to set design. We're dedicated to training our actors. We're dedicated to, I don't know if are we allowed to swear on this podcast?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. We want to make ultimate goal is to try to make people piss and shit and lose every bodily fluid that they possibly can in the haunted house. Gross them out, whatever it takes. We try to do the best we can. And I think that we've put that in our design, and our characters are spot on. They're fantastic. I mean, everything. Our staff they're great. And we take a tally. We have a board and we take tally, like who pisses themselves, who shits themselves. We all, we're high-fiving each other when somebody walks out of the room that they've fallen on the floor. It's like,
how many people we've escorted out because they couldn't make it through the third room.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing is we don't have conga lines. We don't do conga lines. We'll do maybe 8 people max at a time, because we don't want to ruin their experience. We want everybody to have the same experience, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah, that was one thing I was going to mention was the operations. We saw that last year. It was just like that, right? It wasn't really conga lines. We've been to other events, and if you guys seen it as well, horror nights, right? It's just straight. If regular admission is complete, 2 hours easily, right? And it seems like when in terms of operations, it seems like you guys have it all figured out, have like pulsing or
we try or we think that we have it all figured out, but not really.
Yeah.
We just put on a really good act, I guess.
Let's do it.
Right.
Yeah, that's one thing I always talk about is, at the big haunts, Palace Screams, Horror Nights is, what gets me is when I'm walking through the house and then 3 or 4 people ahead of me, I see the scare and then I see it again happen behind me. It's like,
right.
So that's exactly why, we do that. So that way everybody, to Freddy's Points, gets that same scare, that same experience, the same story as they're going through the haunt.
Right.
Horror Nights is beautiful.
Yeah.
The sets are beautiful. The costuming is beautiful. But I think that, the fact that they're so big and so popular and so whatever, that they have so many, hundreds of thousands of people going through every year, it kind of ruins it. It kind of ruins it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree on that for sure. Completely. I was also going to mention when it comes to scare actors, right? I know that, Rudy, you are a scare actor yourself. How long, like, did it take you to become that persona that you wanted? Like, was there a period of time where you felt like you needed, like, is there any challenges behind the scenes as a scare actor when it comes to that environment?
I mean, as far as the character, I mean, I developed it, as I was rewatching the series Dexter. I've always really been interested in like the story behind it. And then kind of my mix of, liking the psycho, asylum, patient, type character. Kind of mellow them together. That's why his name is Hadmet Hacks. Is part of his thing is he likes to hack body parts. Again, paying
Right.
tribute to Dexter, where he cuts the body parts off. Hadmet does it a little bit more, not as clean as Dexter, but that's really what I used. And then from there, it just kind of got put on paper per se. Started with the straight jacket. Once I got the straight jacket, I was like, all right, I'm not too crazy about the mask. Changed the mask, which is the current one that you see now. And then probably the biggest challenge as a scare actor is, keeping the customer engaged, keeping them, immersed in the entire experience. So that way they understand, it's not just, an actor or somebody acting. I wanted to have that genuine experience, that it is a psycho patient in front of them. That's exactly what we try to do here from the very beginning when they're waiting on the line and then getting into the haunt. So scare actor, that's probably the biggest, frustration that I have. And then also making sure that everybody else is, enjoying their time.
Yeah, I think all our characters kind of emulate a piece of us.
Yeah.
Bob is caretaker. He kind of like watches over all of us. And that, I think that the little person, our personality traits come out in our characers.
Yeah, I can't think of what
What's
mine
your
come up,
personality,
but
Freddie?
hacking away. I mean, I got a hatchet and I use tools, so that's mine right there. But, so
What about yours, Freddie? Bob's the caretaker. Rudy's the smasher. What are you?
I'm Match as the ringmaster, so I think I kind of like call them that because since I got the five of us together, brought us together.
yeah, he's the one
That's why.
yeah.
That's why. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my character. C is just C. Cleverson is just he's got multiple personalities.
Yeah.
I think, and then that's why
So Hiccup is,
Hiccup is like that. He's kind of like he's just all over the place.
Like 4 different hiccups.
Yeah, there's 4 different versions of Hiccup. So,
Yeah.
and then you got Frank, which is he's a shovel lord. He's he cleans up he cleans up messes.
Yeah, no, he's the shovel lord. He's the storyteller. He's the one that haunts your dreams. So he's always the one to kind of get in there and just get in your brain and even in the customers' brains as well.
It's been a fun ride so far, and we hope that the ride goes on for quite some time.
Yeah.
Right.
To find 5 people, or to find one person that has everything in common with you is rare. To find 5, and not only that they're in common, but that they have the same goal in mind is even tougher.
Yeah, no, that's true. What do you think Nightmare Village stands out compared to other haunts? Like what do you think makes Nightmare Village special? What do you think it makes it stand out compared to other haunts in South Florida? Like Is there anything particular that you feel like would really mark something where, as a consumer, when they come into it and they say, wow, like this is something?
Well, hopefully, and what I've always tried to do and what we instill in the actors is that we give each person a personal experience, not just the same crap. We, the, different people have different expectations when you walk into a haunt. Some people are afraid. Some people just want to look at what you have there. Some people you can't stare. I had a couple walking through the haunt talking about their mortgage one time. Now, what do you do with that? You know, I have big guys that when we were in Enigma, I was a hillbilly character. And I had big guys coming in, and I'd be like, oh, it's Fleet Week, and, turn on that side of, you know, if you can't scare, you got to entertain. If people are frightened, then you have to scare the crap out of them.
Yeah, it's one thing that that we always try to do, even as early as our auditions. We tend to go a little bit above and beyond the regular auditions. We tend to push the envelope a little bit more with our auditions. We have them do a lot of improvisation. We observe their skills, and then from there, through the safety trainings, actor trainings, we kind of start already getting an eye of where we could see that person. And really, what I think what makes us stand out is that I think we are in agreement. Support your local haunt. You're always going to get a better experience when it's something that's done a little more personal. You got 5 of us here, and we all truly love this industry and this business, and we want to make that reflect in our haunt, in the house that you're walking through. So, we'll start with 1 or 2 ideas per room. It'll turn to 3, 4, and 5, just because we start looking at it from the customer view and just our passion for it.
Yeah, we'll be adding stuff all the way through to the end of Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, just because we're done and we open, or because we open on Saturday, doesn't mean we'll be done. I mean, you'll wind up, if you're one of those people that pays attention to the detail, if you come back a week later after opening, there'll be something on that wall that wasn't there before, because it's like, as creatives and wanting to better the haunt, we're always adding. Billy at Enigma would tell us, stop. He would tell us we would not lock the doors. He would take our keys away,
Right.
because we would keep going, even on the off season we were building. I mean, you have 5 guys here, and not only that, but our staff, they live, breathe, talk, everything, Halloween, horror. They love it. They're completely immersed in it. And I think what sets us apart too is that our actors, it's not just a paid gig, they're here because they love it. They just love doing it. And it's once it's in your blood, once you get a taste of it, it's like a drug. It's like you want more.
Right.
This person, I didn't scare that person enough. I need to scare this person enough. And like Bob says, it's all about, you can't scare everybody, but you can entertain everyone. And we tell them, engage the group. After you get the scare, after you get whatever, engage them all the way through until they leave your room. And even then, sometimes we're yelling at them from the other room. You know what I'm saying? We're saying stuff to them, and just like, it's just, we love it. I mean, haunting is not, being a haunt actor is not it's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of people think that it's easy. It's not. And you got to think up. You got to improv. You got to be on your. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to go in, it's going to be fun, I'm going to scare someone. But it is work, especially when we were in Enigma. The last few years, the conditions were not good. No air condition.
Wow.
Probably 95 degrees downstairs in that swamp I was working in, but being able to scare people and entertain people, that helped immensely.
Yeah, you'd still do it. I remember being at Enigma, and same thing, hot weather, but it was like nothing. That's it. Just that adrenaline, that I don't know, it's whatever you call it, you get when you scare that
Yeah.
person. It just gets you through an entire night, week, month, whatever.
We're all these haunts that you go to here in South Florida, they're all unique. They all have their little special things. And we all, it's a competitive, it's friendly competition. And I think that once that's gone, that competitive spirit is gone, might as well close down your haunt.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be crap. At the end of the day, it's going to be crap. Obviously we want to be better than Fright Nights. Fright Nights is like the top dog. They've been around for 20 some years or 21 years. I think this year is. Yeah. They've been done. They have it down pat. We're like the new kids on the block. But we got it. We're bringing all this wealth of experience and information and everything that we've learned throughout the years, and taking a little bit from here and there, and making this like amazing beast. We've created an amazing beast. Every single square footage of that thing has got something for the eye. It's great. And today, walking in it with the lights off and the stanchions up and everything, it's a tearjerker, because you worked so long and so hard, and once you see it all put together and come together, and the sound and the fog and everything, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's giving me chills already. It's beautiful.
No, definitely.
And we hope that our people that come see us will feel the same way.
Right. Yeah. Well, there you have it, right? Nightmare Village. We really appreciate, you guys coming out and you're really speaking, right? The passion, the love for this type of event and the industry as well. And we really salute you guys. You guys, seem really hardworking, and just we can see the passion in there, even when we're walking through those houses and rooms. And we're really excited for until it opens. And we really appreciate your time. If for the last few minutes, if you guys have any questions about us or any other thoughts, comments, or anything like that. But as far as the interview, I pretty much appreciate you guys coming here and speaking on this.
No, I mean, parting words is, for everybody out there, come check us out. Even if you've got to drive a little bit, trust us here. It'll be worth it.
How do people find you online? Could you
ahead.
guys, before the time runs out, could you just let us know how people can find you online, and where to buy tickets, or that process?
So you could go to xtremeactionpark.com or their official website. There's going to be, you'll see a banner there for Nightmare Village. You click on there, and then you just, there's a drop down box to the top right corner for the different events. You'll see Nightmare Village on there. You could also follow our social media, Instagram, TikTok. You see our post there. We'll have links, directly to the website as well. And then you could buy tickets online. You could buy them, as you walk in. Xtreme Action Park is right up Commercial in 95. So it's easy to find.
Yeah, we are not selling online any RIP tickets or fast pass tickets. Those are sold on site. So that will help things out quite a bit. Trying to think what else.
I can tell you, when you go through the haunt, you'll see a few things you've never seen before.
Yeah. And by all means, let us know what you think, because you guys were here last year, and you're going to experience it again this year. And just give us your thoughts and your honest feedback. That's what we always do.
Definitely. No, I'm really excited for it. And I can't wait until it opens.
Last time?
I'm sorry?
Did we cover you in blood last time?
Yeah, we got footage of that.
Yeah, remember we marked them as they were walking.
Oh, okay.
Marked them on the forehead there.
All right.
That was fun.
Well, look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, we look forward.
Great.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll be there Friday, and I think Jared might go again on the weekend. But super excited for it. You guys hyped it up, and I truly believe in you guys, and you guys are amazing. So thank you again.
Whatever you guys want, you guys can come by and do it behind the scenes too.
Yeah, let us know.
All right.
You guys, our doors are open to you then.
Great.
Appreciate
it. Thank you.
We love what you guys do, and thank you for promoting all these haunted houses. I'm sure they appreciate it, and I hope you guys continue to flourish and grow and your fans grow and all that stuff.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
definitely. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.